Hello, this is Earl Netwal, the Microbusiness Specialist, and today is session 9 in our ongoing series of sessions on product creation. Last time we talked about writing it yourself, and then we talked about what it means to be an expert. Today what we're going to focus on is one of the easier ways of creating a product, and that is to just record your voice, audio or a podcast. This is a convenient format for people who are out running about, they're in their car, they want to be able to download it and just kind of listen in when they have a chance or while they're doing other things. You can reach a lot of people this way, so it's important that whatever your message is that you consider also making it available in this format for all the people for whom it's the appropriate, okay? So how do you do an audio format? Now I think that there are some expensive software programs that you can get and probably should get, but I'm going to tell you how to do it on the cheap. I use Audacity. Audacity is free. Google search for it, download Audacity, and that becomes the software that you're going to record your voice on, and you'll discover that it's pretty workable. Now it's going to take you a little while to dig in there and figure out how it works. You got to be able to figure out how to turn it on and record and how to do a few other gizmos, and the thing to do is frankly to either find a tutorial on Audacity or to Google search for it, or as I do, I just blurred it around until I finally figure things out. It takes longer that way. You're better off to find a good reference and to learn it. What's nice about Audacity is that you can go back and you can delete pieces that you screw up in. And what that sets the stage for is the ability to kind of just ramble on and then spend time editing it and tightening it up. Now if you're creating a real product for a book length or a larger report, this is a great way of doing it. What you do is you create an outline. You got your major topics, and under each of your major topics you come up with bullet points of interest. And instead of writing it and taking the time to write it, what you can do is kind of talk about it point by point, what that means to you, what's significant about it, what insights you might be able to share with others about that point. Then you go on to the next, and then you go on to the next, and when you're done, you've got a recording of your voice that you can then transcribe yourself, which is a long, arduous process, or for relatively little amount of money, you can ship it to people who will transcribe it for you. Now it might cost you a little bit of money, but you'd be surprised at how economical it is. You also can maybe find a college student or someone that you know who's willing to do it at kind of minimum wage to just listen to the recording and type it out. Once it's typed out, you need to do some proofing. People will hear words right, wrong, they will do typos, whatever. You still need to give it a good proofreading, but it's much easier to do that than it is to write the thing from scratch. So once you've gotten that proofreading done, you have got now a finished product, and it's much quicker, even with the step of having somebody else transcribe it, the getting it out and coming back, and it's much more natural. You're going to tend to speak in a friendly voice. You're going to talk as though you know what you're talking about, and when you flub up, you're going to just cut that out so no one says it anyway, and you've got yourself a good, effective way of generating anything from a small report to a large ebook, and there's no reason why you don't also use the material as direct podcasts and MP3s for other people who want to hear the material, not just to read it. So with one recording, you actually end up with two products. How's that for double duty? Okay? So audio recording, pretty decent. One thing that people talk about is the microphones they use, and some people like to wear the head apparatus. I don't. I'm not I'm far from a hardware geek, okay guys? I go to the Best Buy blindly, ask the clerk, or probably as blindly advising me on some of the things. But I went in and I asked for a little bit better mic, and a little bit better, I think I went from the $25 to $30 category to the $45 to $60 category, and this is what I got. One advantage of it is that I believe this is unidirectional, so it means that I can use it and I don't pick up as much as the speakers from the computer, and it seems to have very good voice quality. So I'm real happy with this particular mic. I can't tell you much about it. It's a Logitech, and I think I probably paid in the vicinity of $50 for it, so I didn't break the bank on this particular purchase of equipment. Yes, the final thing I want to say is that product creation, which can be a stumbling block for a lot of people, is not difficult at all if you want to do an audio recording and then have it transcribed and use the audio. This is ideal for people who like to speak, people, and even I think techie people who just want to go through a list and tell the people what they need to know point by point. An ideal way of getting it done, and you don't have to be a writer. So this is Earl Netwal, the micro business specialist. We're going to talk the next time about video, one step up. But I also like to encourage you, of course, to go to my blog, www.microbusinessspecialist.com/blog, blog in lowercase letters. And then, I, of course, got to put a commercial in for this entire Internet Marketing Intensive series. These little blips I'm doing now are just takeoffs on little pieces of the entire material. This component that we're working on, product creation, is just one of 8 major modules that are in the entire Internet Marketing Intensive, which, as I like to see, is like a 10,000 foot high bird's eye view of Internet marketing, from niche identification to sales pages to email marketing to blogging to product creation, the whole 9 yards that you need to know. And you can get that all at www.askearlabout.com/I, capital M, capital I, lowercase php. Before my voice goes, have a great day. Bye-bye.